Hi everyone, today we're going to be making this Barbie themed bracelet. All the measurements for this bracelet will be on screen and in the description. Now I'm just going to take all my strings and fold them in half, and for the strings I labeled half. Those are just going to be strings we're going to actually just leave about 4 or 5 inches, then fold them so they appear on one other side. And then the one that's extended the most, which that's what I'm going to be using for my loop, which is going to be making backward forward now. So that's going to be a D, and then pull through the loop and pull, make it a little tight, and then proceed to make the 4 and pull through that loop upwards. And I'm going to repeat this step again, make another backward forward knot. Now, in case you do not want to make a loop, in case you prefer to make a maybe just a plain tie, just make one back. Just cut your strings, cut your ties. Don't cut your strings. I don't know, individually. I cut mine and I fold them in half. You don't have to do that. So my loop is about 2 inches. I'm just going to fold that in half. There. So I'm going to be taking the other string, because the string I was using to make my loop is too short. So I'm going to take another string, and I'm going to be making these not in reverse. So I'm going to be starting with the 4 parts first. And I'm going to pull up and make sure all my strings are inside that knot I just made. And then make the backward part, and then pull. And there we are actually going to start our bracelet now. And I'm going to be using a Kumihimo disc. I bought this from Wish, and I don't remember, but I'll leave an Amazon link in the description just in case you're interested. And you can also make yours from cotton or cardboard if that's what you prefer. Now I'm just going to take my bracelet, put it into the hole, my loop into the hole, and I'm going to be arranging my strings like the image on the screen. So Kumihimos are made in sets of 2. So I'm going to put 2 strings in each, then leave 2 spaces in between each. So I'm going to be leaving 3 and 4, and I'm going to go into 5 and 6. Mind you, I'm counting the spaces before the numbers. So leave 7 and 8 to go into 9 and 10. Now that I'm done with arranging my strings, I'm just going to making sure I keep those other strings, those tiny strings in the middle, the ones that are remaining from the halves we cut. I'm going to try my best to make sure that I put them in the middle. And I made a mistake with my arrangement of the strings, so I'm just going round first to untangle all the strings I can possibly untangle before I move to that part. Now this is me trying my best to make sure my arrangement is correct. And now I'm just going to get started with my bracelet. Remember to keep those 2 strings in the middle no matter what happens. So to make a kumihimo, you're just going to take what's on the top right down and take what's on the lower left up, and then you turn anti-clockwise or in the direction of the arrow. So forget about the space in between each of them, they don't matter. Just make sure you keep your strings, those 2 strings in the middle, and that you're following the steps correctly. That's all that you need to know. So take 1 down to 16 and take 18 up to 32. Turn and then start again. take 6 down to 20 and take 22 up to 4. 4, turn anti-clockwise, take 9 down to 24 and take 26 up to 8. Turn anti-clockwise. So we just have 3 steps. Take the higher right down and the lower left up, and then turn. And repeat that same step, higher right down, lower left up. And that's basically all we're going to be doing throughout the entire Kumihimo process. But if you're actually tired or you just want to stop, make sure you leave your Kumihimo down like that. So you have 3 down, and you're supposed to untangle your strings after every 2 or 3 turns. I normally forget to do that, but you're supposed to do it. And you just pick up the string that's there, it's supposed to go up, and continue making your knots. That's actually a tip I learned from, is it Mega Knots? I don't remember her name, but she's the one that taught me how to do that. And now I'm just going to be speeding it up a little bit, then I will show you when I want to cut my string after I untangle. And I've gotten to the point where I think I'm okay to cut my strings off. You could have cut it up at the beginning, or you can just keep knotting, but I've come a long way. Ugh, I left that thing sticking out. But I've come a long way, so I just think that I can. Oh, it's time to cut my string. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to snip it off. Just like that. And it's gone. And now I'm just going to do this. This is optional actually. I'm going to pick up my disc and pull my Kumihimo a little bit so that the remaining string just hides itself inside. You see? And I'm just going to continue knotting. And actually that's all for this tutorial. I would like to thank you very much for watching me make this Barbie themed bracelet, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!